Hello, everyone. My name is John Henry Dale, and thank you for tuning in to this first video in a new series I'm doing on the Moog Guitar. This is something I've been kind of thinking about doing for a while, and obviously you can't really do a YouTube video series on the Moog Guitar if you don't own one. So, fortunately, I now do own a very cool Paul Vo prototype signature edition made in the USA Moog guitar, and it's in this box, which I just got delivered today, January 4th, 2021. After purchasing it, I believe on the 14th of November of 2020, and it took the seller maybe, I don't know, 13 days, I think, to actually get back to his house where he had the guitar to actually ship it out. So it was shipped out on the 27th of November, and I had hoped to have it before Christmas. It was sort of a combination birthday and Christmas present, and then it got caught up in the postal sorting facility in Chicago, according to the tracking, on the 9th, I think, of December, and it stayed there pretty much the whole month until now. And I finally got some indication that it was sort of moving through the system on the 26th of December. But for a while there, I thought I might have lost this thing in the big, huge crush of packages that was produced by all of the pandemic-related postal delays. So fortunately, that was not the case, and I have in front of me a boxed up Moog guitar. So before I do the actual unboxing, I kind of wanted to just give a little bit of background on the Moog guitar and what my plans are for it for this year and with this video series. Basically, the Moog guitar came out, I think, in 2008. Maybe they sort of showed it in NAMM in 2008, and then I think it was like officially released in 2009. And it really got a lot of attention because it's a very unique type of guitar that has infinite sustain pickups that can both sustain and take away vibration from the strings. And it's also got a Moog filter on it and a couple of other interesting features. It was not a commercial success for Moog, and they stopped making it, I think, in 2012, maybe even earlier. It had maybe like a 3 or 4 year run. Eventually, I think they started producing some Korean-made models. Apparently, those do not play as well as the made in the USA Paul Vo models. And they don't, in my opinion, look as good either. My favorite color is green, and I have actually two other green Moogs. I have a green subsequent 37, and I have a green Toxic Fatty, as they were called, which is a Moog Little Fatty Stage 2 with the green aluminum backing. And then I found the subsequent 37 on Reverb a couple years ago from a guy in New Hampshire who had gotten, I believe, the last green aluminum backing plate that they used on the little fatties and used that to create a Toxic Sub 37, as he called it. It's the only one in the world. So I've developed this small collection of very interesting green Moog instruments. So this guitar is green and gold, and it's super cool, and I can't wait to unbox it. I'm kind of actually pretty nervous. But yeah, so just a little bit of background on what I'm doing with this channel and why. Moog, I love their instruments. I love the company. I love the whole culture around it. It's just a really cool company. It's employee owned, and they're just, their influence on modern music for the last 50 years really just can't be overstated. And so the other thing is, though, when I looked on YouTube, there are just not a lot of videos on the Moog guitar. All of them are from like either between 8 and 12 years ago when the guitar first came out, and they're all kind of like promo videos for it. And then there's maybe a few that are more recent, and there's a few kind of videos floating around showing performances that were maybe related to Moog Fest, mostly promotional stuff from Moog. And I thought, why don't I do a YouTube video series on the Moog guitar? But not just that. This is going to be kind of a learn along, if you will, video series, because I'm basically going to be learning the guitar, learning how to play electric guitar. I've kind of picked around on nylon string, kind of, acoustic electrics. That's sort of like what the style that I like the most. And in 2013, I actually did a guitar course with Robert Fripp in Mexico for the Guitar Circle. The Guitar Circle series of courses that he was doing at that time, and I think is still doing. But I've never really put the kind of applied study and time into the instrument that I think you need to be able to even play at kind of an intermediate level. I'm actually getting out of my studio this year. I've got a big studio here with a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of distractions. And so part of what I want to do for 2021 is really consolidate my music setup to just a desk and the basics: guitar, keyboard, and Ableton push, and kind of just stuff that I can use at my desk. And so, but I want to basically learn how to play electric guitar with this very unique guitar, because I'm never going to be some sort of John Mayer or David Gilmour or Robert Fripp type, guitar player. I just have started too late, but I do want to learn more about the instrument, and I do want to learn something to kind of develop a unique style, because I'm just never going to be like this, world-beating guitar player. So I figure, why not learn to play in a kind of a more unique way? And I think the Moog guitar is probably one of the coolest ways that I could do that. So, having said all that, let's get to why you're watching this video, at least this video in the series, which is the unboxing. So this came from a town called Airange in Canada. I think that's in Saskatchewan, I'm not sure. A guy named Jim sold it to me on Reverb. And actually, this very guitar was sold to him by a guy also on Reverb last year, reverb.com, I should say. There was a guy, Fender Bender, I think was his name on Reverb, who had this guitar in Belgium. I almost got it last year. I put an offer on it, but then somebody kind of bought it out from under me. I actually think the guy I bought it out from under me, or not bought it out. He just made a purchase, and I had an offer, and he didn't. Anyway, point being, I sort of made a vow to myself: if this thing comes up again, I'm gonna get it. And I saw it come up again on Reverb in October, early November, I think. And that coincided with a nice tax return that I got this year. So I figured, happy birthday and Merry Christmas to me. This is something I've been thinking about for a long time. So I went ahead and purchased it for a pretty decent price as these things go. I got it for $4,500. Most of the other ones, the Paul Vo signature models, are around $7,000 right now. So I think I got a pretty decent deal. And I think, this guy, unfortunately for him, realized that he might have been able to get a little bit more money for it than he got. But thank you, Jim, for accepting my offer. I'm very grateful. And I promise I'm going to use this thing as it should be used. And so, having said all that, let's open up this package and see what the Moog guitar looks like. And this thing is basically brand new. It's got the plastic still on the pick guard. Okay, so I've opened up the kind of the top here. He's got it nicely bubble wrapped. So just going to kind of have to cut off this whole top, really. I guess I could just kind of pull it out, though. I don't know. Just want to do this in a way that actually is visible on the camera. Okay, so snap, crackle, pop of bubble wrap. Okay. I think this will pull out. So this guitar comes with its own tweed case, and that has been wrapped nicely in bubble wrap. Thank you for the great packing job, Jim, by the way. And let's go ahead and put this on the end. Lift this up. Wow, this is tall. Okay, there's that box done. And we can get to the snap, crackly bubble wrap. Put this down over here. Okay. All right. I'm really glad this thing did not get lost in the mail. There was such a huge crush of packages I think nationwide, and I was really starting to worry after a month and a half, basically, after having been shipped, that this thing might have just gotten kind of quote unquote lost in the system. And it's not like I could have just replaced it with a new one, because they don't make these anymore, and this thing basically is irreplaceable. So I'm very glad it was not the case that it got lost in the postal system. Oh, wow. That is really gorgeous. I don't know if that's coming through on the camera, but this tweed case this thing comes in is absolutely beautiful. Wow. And it's even got the tags on it, or some kind of tag on it. Oh, very cool. Very, very cool. Okay. So, as you can see, there's a nice Moog logo. And it is Moog, by the way. It's not Moog, for all you unfamiliar folks. It's definitely Moog. And I will be pronouncing it that way throughout the entirety of this video series. Here we go, folks. This is it. Unboxing. This is the first time I'm seeing it myself. This is pretty exciting, I gotta say. I literally have been looking at this guitar for over 2 years now online and thinking about buying it. So this is the culmination of a lot of internet sleuthery and a lot of reverb searching and a lot of YouTube video watching. So this is a pretty big moment for me. So, and here we are. Wow, that is really gorgeous. You even did some nice packaging inside the case. Wow, look at that. Look at that. That is really beautiful. It's a dark green. It's darker than I realized. And I'm not sure how well it's coming through, but I'll do a kind of more close-up video in a little bit. But wow, that is really gorgeous. And with the gold hardware, it's really everything I would love in a guitar that even doesn't have Moog electronics in it. It's got, it's kind of a Strat style. It's got kind of a metal, more metal look and feel. But wow, just the build quality on this, you can tell already, is just really, really, really high. And yeah, it's still got the plastic on the pick guard here. I don't know if I'm gonna pull that off or not, but there you go, folks. My essentially brand new Polvo custom prototype or signature edition. Does it have his signature on the back? Yes, it does. There is his signature. I don't know if he personally signed these or if that's just a silkscreen print. Man, the neck on this is so smooth. Holy bananas. I mean, I've got like a kind of a cheap, I don't know, $400 like Korean electric guitar from, what are they called? Ravenswood or something like that. Ravenswood guitars. Nice guitar, but man, can you tell the build quality difference immediately just looking at this and looking at this specifically at the neck. The way the neck is joined to the body and the kind of satin, the satin finish on this is really, really nice. And I think they call this a flamed maple top. You know, it's not the most like wild, crazy flamed maple. I mean, you see a lot of really obviously like amazing guitars out there in the world with crazy designs. This is more, to be honest, a little more subtle than the pictures would have suggested online. So, but very cool nevertheless. I really love it. I love how it looks and feels. It's got a good heft to it. It's a fairly weighty guitar because I think basically because it's got a lot of electronics in the back, as you can see. There's backplate. There's a lot going on in here. So we can see what else is in the case here. We will just carefully position that here in the corner. And what else do we have in the case? More plastic. You have the Moog pedal, which is basically essential for this guitar, and it's how the audio actually gets out to your amp or your PA system. So there's a audio output and then also a CV input for control voltage if you want to do that with it. Then it's got a 5-pin XLR, which goes from the guitar into the cable, or into the pedal, I should say. That's your power and audio, I believe. Although I think there is also an onboard battery for other stuff too. So this is I guess this is the power AC adapter. And it looks like it's Euro actually, and then they've converted it to US with a little converter plug. Since I think this thing was in Belgium last year. Yeah. So then that will go into the pedal like so. And then, yeah. Screw that on and plug that in. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe we can make some noise with it. I do have my little PA speaker, QSC. It's not on a guitar amp. I've got a QSC set up in here, so maybe I can even get this to make some noise. This is just very cool. It's got the user guide, which I think is probably pretty necessary for these to know exactly how to use it. And then it also has the official certificate of authenticity, which unfortunately got a little folded up, but yeah, this is the real deal, and this is what shows you it's the real deal. So, and I think that's even signed, signed from Michael Adams, dated 6409. So, collector, I've been saying it wrong actually, folks, so it's the collector edition, not the prototype, not the signature. It's the Polvo Collector Edition. So I stand corrected in front of myself. Let me close this. That's everything. Oh, I think there is not. No, that's not everything. There is a gold whammy bar and a capo and a couple other little tchotchkes. And I think this is actually a pedal that the guy who sold me the guitar nicely included. So thank you for that, Jim. So let's close that back up. And yeah, okay. Like that. It's the governor pedal. Okay. Wow, this case is really, really nice. It's very, very British kind of looking with the tweed and the leather. It's really just a high quality case, and like the guitar is essentially brand new. So there's a few little scratches on it, but you know, that's what cases are for. So yeah, very, very cool. There you have it, folks. The Moog Guitar, and the best one of all, because it's the green and gold one. Yeah, baby. Okay, let's see if we can put this little whammy bar in there. Does that screw on, or is it just kind of... Yeah, I think it does. And then okay, you do your whamming. Okay, deal with that later. So let's see if we can get this thing to make some noise. I'm gonna plug it in, and navigate the sea of packaging here. But I think I can plugged in to actually make some noise. So let's see. Okay, got our pedal plug, and let's go into our little AC adapter here. Go into the wall, and I've got a guitar cable already plugged in here. Yeah, it's working. Okay. So, I'm going to do the audio. Whoa! Yeah, that's a little louder than we want. Okay. Always turn down your volume before you plug in your guitar cable. That's guitar noob error number 1. Okay. So, let's put this into to master volume all the way down, amp volume all the way down. Oh, it looks like there is another jack for I think that's for the piezo pickups on it. So let's see if we can get this thing to make some noise. Okay. Oh wow, I should have realized this is going to be highly out of tune. Wow. Wowza. Okay, we're gonna have to tune it up, but I just want to see if we can do this string vibration thing here. Get the actual sustain. Oh, there we go. Yeah, well that's working already, great. Oh, that's so cool. Yes, it works. I mean, of course it works, but you know, first time out, you don't want to. Wow, okay, let's move this guy over just a little bit. I'm trying to be very careful so I don't bang anything. Okay. We're just going to do some experimentation here. Okay. So that's turning up the vo power. Wow. Okay. This thing sounds so horrendously out of tune. I know I should have a tuner here and tune it, but... God, that's awful. That is an awful sound, but I apologize for the extreme lack of it, but I'm just doing this right on the fly here. So. Wow. I think that's turning out like the harmonics. God, this is so cool. Wowza. Okay, so clearly you can see I'm sucking out a guitar. Part of this whole thing is learning how to play this thing with a pick and getting better at playing guitar. So forgive any just horrendous. This is completely out of tune. I'm just letting you know, and you know. You can like mute each individual string. God, this thing is so weird. It's so cool. I mean, even horrendously out of tune, it sounds cool. Oh, okay, so it's like, so the sustainer pickup, you turn down the main pickup, but then the piezo blend is still going. Wow. Wow. Yeah, this thing is super weird. It's a weird ass guitar, and I love it already, even in its out of tune state. So I'm going to tune this thing up and get right back to you. Or maybe that's the next video. Next video is like, we'll do a little bit more playing. Okay. Thank you for watching this extended, crazy unboxing of my Moog guitar. I hope it was entertaining, and yeah, I'm going to really try to do one of these, every day this year and really learn the ins and outs of this instrument, but also just kind of how to play electric guitar better. So stay tuned and hit that subscribe button, as they say. Smash that subscribe button. Don't smash it. Don't smash your mouse. Don't smash your keyboard. Just click it. There's no difference between smashing and clicking the subscribe button. So I'm changing the game in 2021. Click elegantly on the subscribe button, and I would be ever so appreciative. I'm really trying to grow this channel this year, and this is kind of one of the main ways I'm doing it. So stay tuned for more Moog Guitar. Not just Moog Guitar, but I'll be doing all kinds of musical experiments and tech and all of the different and sundry things that I'm interested in. So this is John Henry Dale signing off for my first Moog Guitar video of 2021. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more.